Who else here is Ramsey? Minutes ago, hungry, decide to make onion rings. Grab a suitable onion. What the fuck? GIF. Mold on onion. No need to fear. Faucet is here. Clean off the onion. Mold goes deeper. The entire country of Narnia is within this onion. Screw it. PNG. Peel through like half of the onion layers. Find mold rotting through the top of the stem portion. Chop off onion head. Once a week, I cook for me and my girl. Always use sweet corn. A few days later, I poop and it's full of sweet corn. Use her eyebrow tweezers to collect 5 or 6 bits of corn from my poop. Store in freezer bag behind the ice packs. Add them to her food the next week. Been doing this for about 8 months. Last night's D&D session. DM decides to reveal that he's actually a bit of an amateur chef. Spends 10 minutes puttering around in the kitchen and we hear constant churning noises of a blender. Comes back with large mugs filled with a thick brown liquid. It's my cosmic brownie shake. Just try it. Try it. It tastes like sex with an angel. Everyone drains their mugs. Don't worry, there's plenty left. You can drink as much as you want, and the best part is, it's actually really healthy for you bullshit. We start playing, continue to drink the tasty shakes the entire time. About an hour in, I start to feel funny. One guy dashes off to the bathroom, and a few seconds later we hear him screaming, "It's like snakes! It's like snakes are in my guts and they're tearing apart my asshole!" No one has any idea what he's talking about. 1 minute later, everyone knows what he's talking about. I managed to reach one of the 3 bathrooms. Pain. Agonizing pain. Like my liver is strangling my stomach while my intestines tie themselves in the knots. I am shitting and crying and occasionally screaming. You're screaming coming from outside the window. One guy didn't manage to get into the bathroom. He's screaming and crying and shitting outside in the backyard. Neighbors walk out of their house to see what's going on. Guy in the backyard is pleading with them to kill him. Everyone spends the entire night shitting and crying. I just got back home and I think I lost 30 pounds. Gaming food thread? Did you get the recipe? I swear this is the kind of shit I remember trying to sleep at night. B21. Broke as fuck. No neat bucks. Become a wagey. Get a job working as a line cook. Prep chef next to me is pretty cool. Always has jokes to tell. Usually black humor like Holocaust, 9/11 shit. Decide one day to make a swastika out of skewers. Leave it under his station right before his shift starts. Turns out he swapped with a coworker that day. Coworker sees DIY swastika. Mega seething. They all pretty much knew it was me. Get called to management. Fuck this .gif. Go to my car instead. Drive home. Tell parents I got let go because overstaffed. Workplace calls my phone several times for the next 2 days. Never answer. Be 1 month neat after my job of a year. My only skill is video games. Think cooking is for girls. Discover Gordon Ramsay. He's angry but wise and understandable. Start watching Haul his videos. Just made a pumpkin soup after his recipe and my whole family likes it and says I did a good job. Get happy that I finally did something on my own and that my family isn't angry or disappointing. Thank you, Ramsay. I was just threatened to be called the cops on for praising a girl's food. Be me. Live by myself in a block of flats. Can't cook, so eat junk food every day. This 25-year-old moves next door. Her food smells delicious and takes over the entire corridor. Every time I saw her in the elevator and say her food smells really good. Thanks, Teehee. Next day, her food is smelling great again. Knock on her door and ask if she could cook for me, and I pay her every week. She says she has no time. I say it's the same food she eats, just an extra amount. She gets angry and kinda tells me to fuck off. 3 days later, I see her in the elevator again. Doesn't look at my face. I approach her with the same offer, but she yells at me that she'll call the police if I don't leave her alone. What the fuck did I do wrong? I wasn't asking for free food. She would have been paid if it was just a bigger amount of food, for fuck's sake. Be me, line cook, making a big batch of pasta sauce. Forgot to put on hairnet. Notice a couple of hairs fell into the sauce. No time to make another sauce, just gonna have to hope no one notices. Realize the food is being served to people. Remember, 50% of people are female. Realize my hair is a part of my body. Part of my body is going to be inside some woman. Dinner rush is basically an orgy now. See you later, virgins. Be me. Be 17. Me and my mom were very close from a young age. My mom loved to cook, and she taught me many of her recipes. While cooking one day, she collapses and starts coughing up blood. Doctors say it's lung cancer, as my mom was a huge smoker. Still cook so I don't have to face the pain I'm going through, as it was my way of escape. While doing my homework, Dad comes in my room. Mom died. I break down at the table for a while and decide to become a cook for her, as it was always her dream. My dad never liked me cooking, always thought of it as a faggot thing, even though I told him many times I was not gay. He was never happy with me becoming a chef. He used to abuse me and insult me a lot. Became mentally unstable after my mom died, but I don't care about what he says and do hotel management and culinary courses. Get my degree, and Dad doesn't look proud of me, but I can tell he is on the inside. I work hard and start a restaurant. 4 years later, I have an amazing bakery bar by the beach. Look at photo of my parents I have put up there. Working in a high-end restaurant. Chef is hard-ass German. Decide to fuck with him. Bartender brings up case of apple juice in cans and leaves it in the kitchen. Snag 3 cans from the case and crank up the oven to 500. Service starts. It's time. Place cans of apple juice in the oven. They start to melt and contort, leaking apple juice into the inferno of the oven. Chef walks into the kitchen. Gonna have to tap into the less than 0.3% of German in me. What is that hissing? Try to contain my laughter as Crouch Chef opens the oven door to see melting cans of juice. Crouch Chef starts yelling, "Why is the juice in the oven? Take the juice out the oven!" Entire dining room can hear him. Crouch Chef never found out it was me. Be me, lard ass. Eat too much goy slop. Decide to lose weight. Learn about nutrition and healthy cooking. Grill, saute, coconut oil, portions.jpg. Mom, Gmom, and GF all tell me cooking is too time consuming, and the cleanup is worse. They try to discourage me and make me think it's not worth the chore. Ignore them. Continue to practice/experiment while food cooks. I clean the kitchen and dishes. Listen to music/podcasts while I cook/clean. Start honing my skills and lose tons of weight. Are women lazy/incompetent by nature? They make cooking seem like brutal slave labor. In reality, it's a fulfilling pastime. No, dude, I guarantee. It isn't women, it's Americans. Americans are too damn lazy to cook. Look at how we're number 12 on the chart of the most obese countries on Earth. Be me, neat loser. Hate myself, not good at anything. It's Pizza Friday. My mom makes a pizza dough, and I make the rest of it. Mom usually doesn't have pizza. Eat my pizza upstairs in my room. Tasty.png. Go downstairs for more. My mom calls me into her room. "Hey Anon, I ate some of your pizza. Hope you don't mind." Whatever.avi. "You make really good pizzas, Anon. They're the best I've ever tasted." Mom makes my bro try some of my pizza. He loves it as well. My face when I'm actually okay with something. Love you, Mom. Why don't you learn how to cook, Anon? Really fun. Make delicious meals. Girls love it a lot and find it hot. Literally beating a difficult Dark Souls boss to your satisfaction after learning a new recipe and successfully cooking the food. Nothing comfier than drinking a glass of red wine and listening to music while cooking. I like to listen to jazz. Great date idea. Invite a girl over to eat and get her drunk on wine. High probability of getting your dick wet. I used to eat like a peasant until 4 months ago, when I decided to make it my weekly goal to learn one new recipe every week and actually cook it on the weekend. Now, it has become a hobby of me, and I will never stop making delicious meals. I love cooking Spanish and Italian meals. Be me, living with older sister. She's the one who's usually cooking. She's a terrible cook. I barely know how to make a sandwich, so we've got no options. One day, get into a fight, and I tell her that her food's disgusting. "If you don't like my food, then you can eat my pussy." Going to my room. Hottest fucking session of my life. Also, how do I apologize to her? She's the main source of income and the only one who does housework and laundry while I just sit on my computer all day. She could go out and fuck with Chad all day, yet she'd rather provide me shelter. How could I return her favor? Well, you can start by not stroking it to your goddamn sister, and also you can learn how to cook. It isn't a difficult skill. You just follow the instructions. And apologize to her for stroking it to your goddamn sister. Be on a budget. Eat rice, beans, and whatever the hell that is for weeks. Learn how to cook so they taste good / less bland. Since I know how to cook, savings on not buying takeouts is an extra bonus. But you need extra ingredients. Those alone cost double your initial budget. Since you don't know how to use them, you undoubtedly fuck up and throw some food away. Even if you do know, you can't afford to make any mistakes. No matter how well you know how to cook, you will always need to spend extra on your food to be tasty, defeating the reason you learned how to cook in the first place. I mean, it's still gonna cost less than the same food from a restaurant. Be me at 18, kicked out of house, moved into college dorm. First day at dorm, decide to use my cooking skills and make a ton of food. It's greasy as fuck. Tons of delicious meat ready to enter my mouth. Pause. Turn on Family Guy so I can laugh at something. Focus on it a bit too long and burn my food a bit. Ah well. Notice there's a ton of grease, like enough to soak Goku's ass. Start pouring it down the drain. It takes like 30 seconds to get all of it down. I don't think much of it for a while. Rinse and repeat. I do this multiple times. End up having to pay some plumber dude to fix my drainage system. Roommate calls me a retard. This keeps me up at night. I fucked up. So I may have humiliated myself and my mother in front of 20 or so people. Be me, 19 neat, who's only kept around because I can cook. Mom has pretty large party happening, anniversary or some shit. Mom asks me to make chicken parm bake with my little sister, but let her do the majority. Fuck it, I don't care. The entire time, she is asking fucking questions that she has no intent on getting answers to. Doesn't even know how to preheat an oven. Eventually, I meet my wit's end and just fucking screech, "Missy, do I have to dig up Hitler just to show you how to use a fucking oven?" Entire house heard this, by the way. I have a booming voice. My face when my mother slapped me and my sister ran off crying. My face when I still need to finish the chicken bake because I don't want to waste chicken. My face when instead of fixing shit I came here. Hot date Tuesday. Offers to cook for me. Tells me I look like I can't even make spaghetti. Offended.jpg. Tell her I'm amazing at cooking. In fact, I'll cook for you instead. Says she loves salmon. What just happened.gif. Don't know shit about cooking. Goes to Walmart. Go down to aisle for salmon. Person walks by. Cart full of salmon. Like, to the brim. Odd, but now, in salmon aisle. One piece of salmon left. Open slightly, but I'm not just gonna go somewhere else. Fuck that noise. Buy it. Cook her unseasoned salmon with a side of peas and garlic bread. Oh no. Don't know shit about cooking, but fancy as fuck. She thinks it tastes odd, but still eats it. Gets lucky later that night. Next morning, want a relationship. Awkward smile. Sure. Just wanted to smash and dash.jpg. Set up date for next Saturday. Thursday, get a phone call. Girl died. Salmonella poisoning. No date. Free Saturday. Go to Six Flags. Home alone as kid. Decide to cook pizza in the oven for the first time since it tastes better. Oven is shitty and you have to light it manually. Saw my mom do it plenty of times, and my dad explained how as well. Light match. Turn on gas. Put match near hole to light it. Doesn't light. Try again. Doesn't light. Try again. Didn't turn off gas the whole time I'm doing this. Put match near oven again. Large fireball and sound. Knocked back. Freaked the fuck out for a few moments. Realize nothing is on fire. Turn off gas. Don't eat pizza. Have singed hair and eyebrows for a while after. Refused to use oven for a while after that. Make dinner. Imagine I'm a famous chef. It turns out, okay. Get depressed and almost have a panic attack. It's not as good as it could be. Feel like I'm wasting my time on cooking. If I invest too much into it, I might fuck up my life by being irresponsible. Feel lightheaded. I don't deserve to eat anything other than out of a can because I'm a fucking failure. Who keeps fucking up? Cry. Throw out my meal. Puke. Just to teach myself a lesson. Drown myself in bullshit on /CK. Anyone else know this feel? Recipe needs 10 tablespoons melted butter. Put cold butter in microwave. It explodes. Clean it up. Add more cold butter to replenish what went on the sides of the microwave. Go ahead and melt the new butter. It explodes. Clean it up. Add more cold butter to replenish what went on the sides of the microwave. Go to melt the new butter. It explodes. Is all cooking retarded or just this recipe? No. I can speak from experience. Do you realize the amount of times, the amount of cakes I've baked where I've melted the butter to go in the cake and it decorated the sides and the top of the damn microwave? So I had to invent new ways to put washcloths in lids on top of the glass measuring cup I microwave it in so it doesn't end up going everywhere. Like, good God. I'm pretty sure I've wasted a third of my life inventing new ways to keep butter from going everywhere when I decide to bake a cake for my family. It's fucking excruciating.